Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Again with you, Omar from Brownsburg Motorsports. Today we have a 2012 Mercedes E550 and we're going to be showing you the step-by-step on how to remove and replace the radiator fan. Stay tuned. Alright, so here we are in the engine bay. The first thing was supposedly to remove the breather hose over here, but they have already been removed. So obviously if you're going to have those on your car, they kind of go from the intake to the front here, another one from the intake to the front. You just pull them from the side, pull them from the side. There's going to be a tab there, a tab there. You push that tab, you slide it out, push that tab, slide it out. And as you can see, there's like notches right there, so it will take a little bit, not a force, just a little bit like of play around both sides to get it off properly. But once you're done with that, the next step is we want to remove this piece right here. And first we have this line for the latches. Now you can see the radiator hose is busted, so I'm going to be making another video about that. I will also provide the link in the description for the radiator. So if you're trying to get the radiator done, this is going to be the first step, so I would recommend watching this first and then watch the video about the radiator. But without further ado, there is it's more like a clamp on the bottom. So let me see if I can show you guys. All right, so right here in the bottom, it's basically a tab that hooks up to the middle bracket or radiator support. Same thing on this side. You pop those two out and then this should come off without any issues. There is another one. I'm gonna use my flathead. There is another one right here. I'm just gonna pry it out and lift. And then same thing on this side, pry it out and lift. Here. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that part over there on the side. Now for our fan, I don't know if you guys could see it properly, but there is basically two slides. I'm gonna bring the phone over here and show you. So the fan from the top slides right there, slides on that tab right there. And there is another one, there's another tab that slides on, which is right there up top. So to unhook this, you basically have to push that tab. You have to push that tab out from both sides. And we also have the connector for the fan on this side. Let's see if I can show you or if it's accessible from here. And we also have a couple screws from the bottom. So we're not going to do anything right now from the top. We're going to go ahead and lift up the car, see what screws we have from the bottom, and I'll show you what we're going to do next. All right, so on the bottom here, we're going to have a bunch of 8mm. All right, so after we remove the cover, looking at it from the bottom over here, it doesn't look like there is any screws that hold the radiator fan to the radiator support or anywhere. Matter of fact, it's just like the top. There is that guide over there. I don't know if you guys could see it or not. See if I can twist the camera a little bit. You guys cannot see it, but it's just like the one on the top. And there is another one on this side here as well, which is right there. So that's the one on the side. It just sits straight in it, so like it's not holding to the bolt or anything. We also see this metal or aluminum hose right here, and it's held on with a T20 screw right there and a T20 screw right. Let me see if I can point my finger at it. That one right there. I don't know if you guys could see it or not, but yeah, I'm literally just like touching it with my finger right now. So both of them are pretty rusted, but we need to remove those because they are bolted straight to the radiator fan. And the last thing I believe that we have to unhook will be this guide over here. And there's another one over here. I don't believe we have to remove this entire thing. I believe we can just like kind of bend these down a little bit like I did with the first one here and kind of just like pull on it from the top. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm gonna keep you guys with me just to show you how I'm gonna access these screws. So the first one you can access with a ratchet, 1/4" drive, T20 torque bit. And if I didn't show you the torque bit yet, I'll show you in just a second. This is the first one. That's the T20 torque bit. And then that's what the screw looks like. Now this one is in better shape than the other one. The other one was pretty rusted. So I got my hand from here and the other hand from here to hold the ratchet. And I started on it earlier, just slowly. You don't want to apply so much force, and make sure you do not use power tools especially when the screws bolts on plastic. So you run into the issue of messing up the thread. Okay, I want to say it's out or it's almost out. Almost. There we go. That's how rusted the second one was. I don't know if you guys could see that or not, but that's pretty bad. Now the hose should be, there we go, free from the as you can see, the fan now is a little bit loose. Now the next step would be, like I said, I'm gonna try and bend this. Now this bracket is free from the fan. I don't see anything else holding it from this side or from the other side. I believe we just have to open the tab from the top. So let me lower the car and I'll show you what we're gonna do next. All right, we're back here on top. Now the last thing we have to remove from the top to fully be able to remove the fan is gonna be this upper radiator bracket here. And we're gonna need a 10 millimeter, which I have one right here. So you're gonna need a 10 millimeter with a ratchet, and you're gonna need a wrench as well, 10 millimeter, preferably something with a ratcheting wrench. So let's start with the obvious bolts first. So we have one right there. All these are 10 millimeter. Now, and also we're gonna need T30s. So we're gonna need we have three T30s bolts right there. That's one. That's four. I'm gonna bring my here bolts.
Middle one.
And then we have the middle one here, 10 millimeter. Now we're gonna need the T30 for these screws here. And then we have this one. There we go. Now let's see what we got. Okay, that's not attached anymore. This we can bend it down a little bit. But now we have two last ones. Let me show you guys what I am talking about, or which ones I'm talking about. So I'm talking about that one right there. That's the one. You're gonna need a ratcheting wrench. No, this, oh yeah, this is gonna open it. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain. I mean, if you want to do it the appropriate right way, you gotta remove the grill. But to me, the less I remove, the better. Especially with a car that has over 200,000 miles on it, which is, yes, this. If you can believe it, this is a V8 E550 with 200,000 miles. This is probably the highest mileage Mercedes that I've seen, E-Class. I've seen C-Class, but E-Class, I've rarely seen them go past like 150 or 180. Okay, that's the first one. And the other one, there's another one on the other side, adjacent side, and that's located in the same spot as well. And like I said, the only reason we're removing this upper radiator support is because it's in the way of the fan. Yes, installing this back is gonna be a little bit of a pain. You just gotta be patient with these cars. Almost got it. There we go. They chose this is the longest bolt I've removed so far from the top. That's one. Second one, same thing. Okay. Now I should be able to get with my fingers. There shouldn't be any other bolts now. Everything should be straightforward. After we remove this upper radiator support, the only thing we will have left is the connector for the radiator fan. And you cannot access that from the top or bottom unless you start pulling on the fan. And once it's like halfway out, you can actually disconnect it. So let me go ahead and remove the last bolt. That one is gonna go right there. Now, to show you how I'm going to remove the upper radiator support bracket over here, you're going to have to bend this down a little bit. this one goes up already. There we go. And just like that, the upper radiator bracket is removed. Now from the top, looking at it from the top, like I was saying earlier, you only have this clip here and that clip there that holds the radiator fan. So I'm just going to push on it with my fingers and see if I can lift it up at the same time. There we go. Same thing from this side. Now on this side here, the radiator is broken, and that bracket or that guide where the radiator fan sits is part of the radiator. So you're gonna see that the entire thing is gonna come out together. Piece of the radiator basically is gonna come out. Let me make sure. Now see if we can remove the connector on the fan. I will show you later after I remove the fan what the connector looks like and how to remove it. I just disconnected it. You saw it took me like 5 seconds. Now I just have to make sure nothing is in the way. On this side, okay, there's like a AC hose or a power steering fluid hose. Just gotta wobble it slowly. There we go. Start on this side. Now. And just like that, our radiator fan is out. Now as far as the connector goes right there. And that's what it looks like from the bottom where the connector hooks up. And I'll bring the camera on this side and show you what the connector looks like. All right, that's our connector right there for the fan. It's got two sides to it. There is this tab on the side, and there is another tab. So after I lift it up, I just stuck my hands in there slowly and like push these two tabs at the same time. So this tab and that tab, and slid it out. And with this sums up the video on how to remove and replace your radiator fan. I'm gonna drop another video like I was talking about on how to remove and replace these radiators. So stay tuned for the next video. I will link it to the description below. And if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. If not, make sure you like and follow for more.